Hey, Conor here of Neversink Farm, and today I want to talk about systems. Something that is really important at Neversink Farm, that we have systems in place, and these I've designed over the years of operating this farm, and it's central to not only the success, but the lack of effort we need to put into the production. So one thing we do all the time is plant, right? We're planting all the time, whether it's paper pot planting or it's, hand transplanting with starts. It's something we do constantly. And I certainly couldn't explain to a worker every single time, this many inches apart, you want to use this crop and you need to go over there, and you're going to plant halfway and then make sure it's straight so that we can cultivate it easily. There's so many things involved in it that I'd be doing nothing but managing people and explaining the same things over and over again. So I simplify it, and the way I record a task is by creating a task ticket. And that task ticket is assigned to one or multiple people. And it's a very simple tool, right? And there's one for a specific system, and the planting is one specific system. So there's a specific task ticket, which is the sort of the manual for planting, right? So I tell them where it happens, what they're planting. Now I need to tell them the spacing, right? And I have standardized my spacing so that I know there's just, maybe 10, less than a dozen types of spacings on the farm. And I do that with the gritter. I used to do it with a rake with pins, and that worked, but it was much harder to get the rows straight. It took a lot longer and a lot more effort for it to be executed, and it took a lot more explanation on how to do it. But here, I do lettuce heads on a 3x3, and I'll explain what that is in a second. Spinach, I do it on a 4x paper pot, right? And then I'll do kale on a 2x2. Right? And then the last column is which gritter spool. And that's a 3, that's a 4, and that's a 2. And so they know which gritter spool to use. And I'm going to go into that in a second. So now somebody has their sheet. They know where to go. They have a map of where to go. They have the crop they're doing and the spacing. I don't need to be there. They've got it all. Right? So they do the checklist first. Now they go get those crops from the house. They bring them out to the field, they go to those beds, they make sure they have the gritter with the right spool, roll it out, and then perform the spacing. Now, if there's any question about that, right, along with the gritter, right, we make sure it comes with something that you can laminate and put onto the tool rack. So for a 3x3, right, you just add your spacing of how you want it. So for a 3x3, right, I'm getting it at all the corners of that grid, right? And that's why I call it a 3x3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in that square, right? So a 3x5, right, would be the 3x3 place spacing, right? But I put an extra one in the center, right? And I really like that for beets, okay? So here we go, we got a 3x5, right? We got a 3x3, and then a worker can look at that and go, oh, I know a 3x3, I know a 3x5, I got the 3 spool. I don't need to know anything else. Easy, it's gonna be planted straight and perfectly every single time. And this comes with the gritter, so it can go on the wall, and it can go anywhere. It can go where you assign the tasks. You can put one on a tool rack, put one anywhere, and you decide how you want your plants laid out, right? We have standard here that I use. So for lettuce heads, I use a 3x3, a spinach, a 4x paper pot. That just means 4 rows, and I'm using the paper pot, but they grid out the 4 rows. This makes sure it's straight every time. And then kale done on a 2x2. Okay, so let's go over to the gritter and you can see what happens here, right? So here's the 3x3, right? So if someone's going and they're given the 3 spool, they just need to grab the 3 spool, right? And they have the handle and put the handle on, right? And the handle just switches out. If they need a 2x2, right? Then they just put the 2x2 spool on, right? Use the marker that's, on the string. They string it out. And on here it says that they have to use a string and check it off. And then roll it out and plant. Straight and perfect. Why I made the gritter for my farm. I get that question, like why would you go through the effort of making one of these things? There's already a few what they call dibblers around, and while this can be considered a dibbler, it's not quite a dibbler. A dibbler is going to put like little holes in the ground, and I spent a lot of time searching for something because I was using the rake, and you put the hose on there, and I was searching for something that had 3 things. One, that had perfect spacing every time, and on a 30-inch bed there really is only a handful of spacing. You don't need infinite, right? When there's 2 rows, they're 15 inches apart, 3 rows, they're 10 inches, 4 rows, it's 7.5 inches. That's just the perfect spacing because that's equal spacing across the bed. And then from those spacings, you can either put more in each row by doubling it up. You can do a zigzag if you want, which I never do. So I needed something that was just the exact spacing every time. And either the dibbler would say where the thing would go, or you'd have to measure it out each time you put it back together. You'd have to take this wheel off or put in dibbles on there and then measure them out. And it's very hard to standardize, incredibly hard. And that leads to the next thing, which is ease, right? It should be easy to go from one to the other. If I send a worker out to the field and say, I need you to plant 3 rows of beets, and the dibbler is set up for 2 rows, oh my God, what are they going to do? They have to redo it, change it. Then the next person comes along for 2, they have to rechange it, figure it all out again. And that just wastes tons of time. And I'm back to the rake because the rake's just going to be so much faster on small scale. The other thing, the third thing, is cost. With the gritter, right, you have 2 rows, 3 rows, single row, 4 row, right, with all kinds of different spacings, less than $400. You're looking at well over $700 to get the same utility with something that dibbles. And so that's why I wasn't finding it. I said, screw it, right? I've seen people make these things out of wood, the grid pattern, and I'm like, that's perfect. You just need a 2, a 3, and a 4, easily to change. And on the gritter, it's just 2 wing nuts. That's it. 2 wing nuts, and you're switching from 2 to 3 to 4. No problem. It's already standardized. The worker doesn't have to mess with it. It's already perfect spacing every single time. And it's the cheapest around. Certainly the spike dibblers or ones with points on them, that works for plastic, and that's a great option for plastic. I don't use any plastic, so it doesn't work for my farm. But in terms of dibbler, that's the reason I created it, and it's changed our farm. It's just made it so much quicker. I even got tired of having workers wait for the handle to come back so that they could go out with another spool. So I just put a handle on each one. I just bought 2 more handles and put a handle on each one to even reduce the time. Now it's just bang, 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 bang.